Welcome back to the ACC, guys. I'm Mike. That's Steve. And I'm loving the Christmas attitude there, buddy. Pretty nice. It's pretty good.
Thank you. Time to deck the halls.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's bowl. Got bowls coming up. Had a nice little ACC championship. Turned out pretty much the way we thought it would. Klubnik came out and actually played pretty well. So, pretty excited about that.
Yeah, Klubnik played well. I took Clemson cover and Clemson to win, and they more than took care of their end of the deal in that game. And honestly, I thought they made a pretty good showing for a team that could have possibly made an argument to be in the playoff hunt if other two lost teams could have been in the argument. So it's one of those things where I think, you get an expanded playoff. Remember, in the expanded playoff, conference champion, they would get a bye. So, I mean, it still would have worked out for Clemson. 12-game playoff system, they would still be getting a bye week.
Oh, yeah. And unfortunately, for our state fans, they still be on the outside looking in. But
yes. But at least we would be on the bubble.
Yeah. Just outside of it, But, but yeah, I mean, speaking of bubbles, it has nothing to do with bowls, but I'm going to make it sound like it does anyways. And we're going to move on over. Got quite a few teams, 9 teams in total, 10 if you want to include Notre Dame. So despite not being such a great year, still got quite a few bowl games. And the first one that started off is on December 17th at the Fenway Bowl, Fenway Park in Boston. You got Cincinnati versus Louisville at 11 a.m. This game actually has an even bigger thing to do with it now, since there's been some coaching changes, which we'll get into later. But you got Satterfield going Cincinnati, so now this game has some meaning to it, at least for the players.
Yeah, I'm about to say there's coaching change at Louisville, which we'll discuss later, but some changes for them. But defensively is where, Louisville really thrived. So, as we come back and we go over these matchups, like this is going to be a preliminary of us going over the matchups, who's playing who. We're not really going to dive into it this time. We are going to go in each week and discuss each games as the season rolls around into the bowls. So, but outside looking in, I think this is a great matchup. I think Cincinnati and Louisville could be one of those games where it could be low scoring helps Louisville. If it's not low scoring, Cincinnati probably wins this game. So it's one of those situations where Louisville's defense is really going to have to be the key, and I think it can because it is a defense that, for the most part, throughout most of the season, was one of the top teams in takeaways and one of the top teams in getting after the quarterback and sacking the quarterback. So this is a defense that can be nasty at times and hard to deal with.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's definitely going to be a defensive matchup. Both teams have seen defenses that have played pretty good for them throughout the year and kind of been lackluster at times, closer to average on offense. So yeah, it'll be an interesting game. It'll be a great defensive matchup. But like you said, if it does start becoming a high-scoring game, it does benefit Cincinnati a little bit. They still have that ability for an explosive play. But I think Louisville's defense might be the thing going on with it. Now I can't wait to actually cover the game before this played next week.
And as far as our bowl predictions, our bowl predictions had, Syracuse in this game, which, many of the major predictors had Syracuse going to this game as well. So this is one of those where, decisions were made. I could see Louisville playing this game. I just didn't think it would come down to it. But the bowls were interesting. It was interesting watching the teams get picked this year. There was some trading going on. I mean, there was a lot of wheeling and dealing behind back doors to make some of these matchups. And some of them I really like. Some of them I'm like, I feel like you put a team in a certain spot just so bad that you wanted them in that spot that it ended up killing what could have been a great matchup.
Yeah, and when you speak of interesting things, Wake Forest versus Missouri at the Gasparilla Bowl, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa on December 23rd. It's going to be a pretty good game. I feel like Wake kind of has the advantage here, though. I just feel like those two teams are two different levels. But, as we get more into it, probably look at Missouri a little bit more, see what they got. But, kind of a low bowl. I wasn't really expecting Wake to be there. I expected them to get something a little bit higher up on the food chain of bowls. But
yeah, I agree. I was expecting them to be a Pac-12 matchup. Wake Forest is great for standing up against the Pac-12. It could have been a great shootout game. They definitely matched that Pac-12 type of play, and I really thought that's where Wake Forest was going to go. Both of us missed this one. Neither one of us predicted them here. But Missouri's a team that they struggle to score sometimes, and let's just face it, this is a Wake Forest team that if you struggle to put up points, they're going to put up points. It doesn't matter how good your defense is, they're going to probably hit around 30 at least if your defense is playing great. So you might as well face the fact that you're going to have to score on your side, and I don't think Missouri can. So this is going to be an interesting matchup to see. Just like the first game, it's going to be about defense versus offense. It's just like the first game. If it's low scoring, one team's getting their way. If it's high scoring, that means the other team's getting their way.
Oh, yeah. And, it's a fantastic – it's kind of an interesting matchup because Missouri does have pretty decent defense, pretty good at times. But, no, I just don't feel like this is as good of a matchup as it could have been for Wake Forest in terms of like a really good team that matches well against them. That could have gave us an entertaining show. But moving on to the other bowls, got two of them on during the same week. Not exactly sure if it's the same day or not. But we have the Military Bowl with Duke versus UCF and the Holiday Bowl with Oregon versus North Carolina. These two matchups looking pretty good. I like the matchup with Duke and UCF. They're both teams that run the ball really well. They play good enough defense. And this is a chance for Mike Elko to finish off strong with, I would think it'll be 9 wins on the season, if I'm not mistaken. Kind of forgot their record for a second there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I keep forgetting about that win right there at the end. But yeah, 9 wins on the season would be nice for them, especially, didn't have that great of a season last year. You got a first-year coach. People are going to get excited for Duke football. As far as the Oregon-North Carolina matchup, this could be a crazy score fest, honestly. But we just don't know. Oregon does have 30 days or so to really kind of fix any type of issues and study what's giving North Carolina a hard time. And North Carolina is still not going to have a defense when this bowl game comes around. So we'll have to see, especially when it comes time to cover the matchup itself.
Oh, yeah. These are some interesting matchups. I think Duke, UCF, that's a good matchup for Duke. It would be nice to see Duke finish out this great season. Coach Elko win Coach of the Year like he should have. And them being able to get to a 9-win season this year when a lot of people picked them to be the worst team or one of the worst teams in the ACC. That's a great season for them. Just like FSU. That's one of those things where you can hang your hat on and you had a good year. Now it's time to build off that success. As far as that game, you did pick Duke to be in that bowl game. I picked something else, but so you were able to get that one. But as far as the Holiday Bowl, both of us nailed that. Both of us took North Carolina, and we were both right. And having them, and in fact, I don't know if you mentioned. I remember I mentioned it during the show that I like them playing Oregon in this game. So
yeah,
we did really good on this bowl. We even got an opponent right on this one, but it just had a good feel. I like the idea of North Carolina and Oregon playing each other. I think that those are two teams that offensively can get after it. Like I said, teams like North Carolina, Wake, they match up great in Pac-12 matchups. That's why I would love to see Wake even go to a Pac-12 matchup, because that's going to be a great opportunity for a team that doesn't have a great defense, but they're going against a team where, honestly, I'm not sure how much the Pac-Team 12s are tested. There's not a lot of great defenses in the Pac-12, and there's a lot of offense in the Pac-12, and it's shown. If you look at it, it would really surprise you. The Pac-12 as a conference, hardly anyone in that conference has a team that gets more than 15 sacks. Like, it's weird. I don't think I've ever looked at a whole league and seen a whole league where no one really rushes the quarterback. Either all the offensive lines are that good, or if it's a conference where no one gets after the quarterback.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you see what happens in that conference when the team with a halfway good defense wins the conference. You know, you saw it. Utah they don't have the best defense this year. I think their defense this year wasn't as good as last year's defense. Still wins the Pac-12 because of their defense. I mean, they just took charge of that championship game and kind of ruined Caleb Williams' Heisman hopes, honestly. But we'll see. He's still there. He's going to New York. So see what happens there. Moving on to Thursday, December 29th, which you're all starting to get prepared, getting ready for that New Year's Day. Got the Pinstripe Bowl with Minnesota and Syracuse. You had the Cheez-It Bowl with Florida State and Oklahoma. Now, these two matchups, kind of weird. Didn't really have – I think you actually at one point had Syracuse going to this, because I was hardcore trying to put Pitt into this game. It didn't quite work out for me that way. I like the matchup, though. Once again, these are two teams that are struggling offensively. And I don't think Minnesota has the depth. So we won't have to worry about Syracuse's depth coming into play. So that's a really good matchup in that game at the Pinstripe Bowl in New York City. Not that far either, so Syracuse might have the advantage. Syracuse has got some fans. They got some alumni, so they're going to show up. And it's probably going to be hard for Minnesota to do so. And then you go to the Cheez-It Bowl. It's Florida State versus Oklahoma. Not really happy about this pick. This is a 9-3 team versus a 6-6 team with a first-year head coach. I just don't like it, but it's in Orlando. Florida State fans are going to show up. Oklahoma fans will show up. Like, I'll give that to Oklahoma fans. They travel well. These are two historic programs that are, one's kind of building back up from being kind of at the bottom, and it looks like Oklahoma, it could be falling apart for them pretty soon. So this is a game that Oklahoma needs to right their season and maybe make some fixes for Venables. But Florida State wins this game. It's their first 10-win season since 2016. So be happy to see what goes on in these two games moving forward.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Like I said, matchup-wise, neither one of us really got these bowls. Like I said, at one point I had Syracuse and Pinstripe. The last bowl prediction we did, I took them out. So it's one of those things where, honestly, most people in the country had Pitt in the Pinstripe Bowl. So it was a shocker to see Syracuse go in there. But I do think that is a good matchup, since Syracuse and Minnesota, very similar teams, and that would be a good matchup. For some people, it might be a little boring, because there might be a lot more defense than there is offense in that game. But, it's a good, almost like a home game for Syracuse, because it's not far from them. So this is a good matchup. And then when it comes to Florida State, we said the same thing with Duke. For Florida State, this is about capitalizing on this season. And, we're going to talk about some, other things after the bowls, but, just if you're an FSU fan, you got to be getting excited, because you can see the amount of people coming back that are going to play on this team, and some of them are names that you would not think were coming back. And there's more and more rumors keep coming out of Tallahassee of other guys that are. I mean, right now, it's hard not to say that this won't be our team for like preseason number one for next year, and everybody's preseason number one for next year if they bring back half the talent they're saying they're bringing back. Because mean, this team is loaded, and they play great right now. And they believe they should have went undefeated. And because of that, I think they're going to come out. They're going to play great against Oklahoma. And they're going to get that 10th win they need and be FSU's first 10th win season. And since Jimbo Fisher, I mean, it's been a long time. It's hard to believe it's been that long.
Yeah. It's been quite some time. Like you said, and just to clarify there, we're talking about number one in the ACC. We are not predicting Florida State to be a preseason number one in the polls. No. We're excited, but we're that excited. We're not delusional people. But
besides, we all know that'll be Alabama.
Yeah. I mean, they're more deserving than Ohio State to be in the playoffs. So,
because Dynasty's not dead yet.
Yeah. We're just going to beg for a playoff bid. But no, moving on to Friday, December 30th, right before all the playoff games, you got a huge one in the Orange Bowl, Tennessee versus Clemson. You had the Duke's Mayo Bowl with NC State and Maryland. Pretty tasty there. Sun Bowl with UCLA and Pitt. And then you have the Gator Bowl with South Carolina versus Notre Dame. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, Orange Bowl is looking good to me. This is a team that plays pretty decent defense against a team that plays really good offense. Got a good system with Heupel. So that's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be the Orange Bowl with the orange teams. Somebody pointed out, I mean, that was just a perfect match right there. They don't have to worry about color scheme with that. And then you have Duke's Mayo Bowl, NC State and Maryland. This is actually a pretty good matchup. Like, NC State plays some really good defense, and Maryland's found some offense over the last few weeks of the season. So I'm going to be really curious to see how that game plays out for them, especially since Devin Leary's officially transferring out. We'll have to see who all plays in that game for NC State, obviously, and we'll cover that when it gets closer. Then you have the Sun Bowl, UCLA and Pitt. No, it's not a basketball matchup. This is them football teams playing. And I think that's where they get the idea from. There's like some old stuff there. I like it. I really enjoy it. And then Gator Bowl, South Carolina is on a hot streak. Let them ruin somebody else's season in Notre Dame. But that's going to be a fun game to watch. Notre Dame's definitely going to be looking in that game to kind of set a precedent for themselves. First year coach in Freeman, he's definitely going to be looking to get this win, kind of make up for that loss to USC at the end. They're going to be hungry, and this South Carolina team is riding off a high. I mean, number 6, number 7 team in the country, and they beat them both. So, hey, it'll be entertaining to watch. It'll be right there in Jacksonville. So, grab your binoculars. You might be able to give us live feed of the game.
Yeah, I'll have to say this was the last 4 matchups that we're going over here. Out of those 4 matchups, we both nailed NC State in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. So we both got that one right. Have we said several times, NC State matches up well against a Big 10 team. And, Tula played good. So, the question is, will he be available in that bowl? I haven't been keeping track of him since that injury he got against Ohio State. So, if he's not available, then that changes the dynamic of that game. But it's a game where it definitely could be very high scoring, more high scoring than people would think with a Big Ten team. So, which kind of is to the disadvantage of NC State because, once again, due to injuries and issues they're having, they might not have Morris back healthy, so they might still be relying on a 4-string quarterback. So that's a tough go. But the Orange Bowl, of course, that's another one we got right. Easy to get right because the ACC championship goes there. So, but Clemson, Tennessee, great matchup. When I saw that matchup, I was like, that's a really good matchup. Yes, it's a Tennessee team without Hendon Hooker. You're going to have Clemson. Their secondary has not been the greatest this year. So this is going to be an interesting game to watch. Even without Hendon Hooker, I think this is a Tennessee offense that can light it up, put some points up quick. And Clemson's going to have to keep up using that running game of theirs because Tennessee's defense is not the most stout. And, they're not the kind of defense that's going to shut you down. They'll play a lot like a Wake Forest defense. So this could end up being like a Wake Forest kind of game for Clemson. You keep it close, duke it out with them, try to be the one holding the ball last, or at least be ahead. so you don't have to worry about it as much. So great matchup there. UCLA Pitt. I was a little confused about this matchup. I really don't like Slovis as the Pitt's quarterback. I hear he's transferring out of Pitt as well. So there's one of those names you're hearing get thrown around when it comes to quarterback. I mean, it could be a good thing for Pitt. There's a lot of quarterbacks going to this portal. So Pitt could end up finding an instant starter. I mean, who knows? Maybe DJ didn't work out at Clemson, but DJ goes to Pitt and makes it work. I've seen crazier things, and it could happen. Honestly, he wouldn't do as bad as Slovis. He wouldn't throw a pick to every touchdown. So, I mean, he'd give you a chance. So, I mean, to me, though, that matchup really favors UCLA. They are when they want to be, they are a very high-powered offense, and they can put up points quick in that Kelly system. So, definitely work it out for them. The Gator Bowl, I'm a little upset with the Gator Bowl. I'll save this one for last because I'm really upset with talking about this game. South Carolina versus Notre Dame. Notre Dame used their pull that they have to land this bowl. And I feel like the better matchup would have been Florida State, South Carolina. And I feel like the Gator Bowl was actually trying to make that happen and instead went in this different direction. It's kind of frustrating because I think Florida State, South Carolina would have been a matchup that more people would have wanted to see. You know, FSU trying to finish the season strong. South Carolina does the unthinkable and beats, two ranked teams back to back. And one of them crushing their playoff dreams. Well, actually really crushed the playoff dreams of both teams. So, I mean, that's huge for South Carolina. With the year they've had and the way they've struggled, they just got through having a bad Florida team trounce them. And then they turn around and beat two teams trying to go to the playoffs. And I mean, that's I don't think I've ever heard of that before, where a team got beat as bad as they did to a team that was barely 500, and then turn around and beat two teams that could have been in the college football playoffs.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, Tennessee wins that game. They're in right now. Honestly, they're in. They would be a one-loss Tennessee team, only losing to Georgia. They would have definitely been in. But, South Carolina, man, they're just ruining hopes and dreams right now. And I like it. I like what they got going on there. But, I mean, that's your bowl games. That's your bowl games right there. Super excited. Can't wait to actually get through, in depth, give our own feel about the specific matchups. And plus, seeing who's actually playing in these bowl games is really important as well. Might have some opt-outs. You never know. But there's also been some coaching changes going on already, as well as transfer portal, which, I mean, transfer portal on the first day had, over 300 players enter it. So definitely going to get to that in a second. But as far as the coaching changes, you got Louisville's offensive coordinator, Lance Taylor, going to Western Michigan. Jeff Brom is coming to Louisville, coming back home to be the head coach, taking the place of Scott Satterfield. And you got Tim Beck going to Coastal Carolina, which conveniently, that could be a huge one considering Devin Leary just entered the transfer portal at this time. So you might have an idea. He might be trying to follow his offensive coordinator. You never know.
Yeah. And out of those changes, I'd have to say quarterback change wise, I think Louisville, the offensive coordinator, let's face it, he was, kind of subpar as an offensive coordinator. But this is a chance for Louisville, especially Brom coming in as the head coach, to really infuse that Louisville offense. And just think about the way the defense is playing this year. You can infuse that offense to match the intensity of that defense. Louisville is now a team that can contend to win the ACC. And this is a team that already, before Brom got there, Satterfield had them in position right behind FSU to do the same thing FSU could possibly do, and that's finish strong in recruiting and finish with a class that's just outside the top 10, but definitely in the top 15. And so that's huge for Louisville. Brom could come in, finish that up, and maybe he can retain the recruits that they have and then land some more big names. That would be huge for them, and they could definitely make a move. Like I said, I don't feel like the Louisville thing's really going to hurt them. And as far as the Georgia Tech change, I mean, that's one we all kind of accepted. I mean, Key did a great job, but he took over. And honestly, I was like, the two things you should hear from Georgia Tech is that Key is kept as the head coach, which is definitely something they did. The next thing I'm looking for is to see an update on their defensive coordinator getting a pay raise or getting a huge extension, because that man deserves it. Like what he did to North Carolina, he set the blueprint for everybody else that played North Carolina the rest of the year. And that's why North Carolina's season started falling apart, is because of what he did to them with a team that wasn't even playing that good at the time. And he found a way to just manipulate their offense and make it do what he wanted it to do. And because of it, they played well. And if you look at the first half against Georgia, again, he manipulated that offense into playing the way he wanted them to play. That's impressive, and I have to say that that would be the next big thing to hear coaching-wise. As far as any other coaching changes in the ACC, as an FSU fan, we're hopeful. We would love to hear that we're getting a dedicated special teams coach, but that's on the Christmas wish list, and who knows if we'll actually get that wish. But as far as like major coaching changes along the conference, I don't see very many other changes going on. There's rumors that Gaddis could be out already in Miami, but I don't think Cristobal's going to pull the gun on that. I think the fans and boosters want it more than he does. I think he's going to stick with Gaddis. But I think Miami fans definitely keep him on a short leash. So he's on the hot seat next year. If the offense doesn't start performing some of the talent they have coming in, he's going to get replaced. Because, I mean, let's face it. There was rumors that Gaddis was maybe on his way out at Michigan before Miami brought him in even. So it is something that we'll be looking forward, looking and keeping an eye on going into the future. But right now, I don't see it happening. As far as any other changes, honestly, Boston College had a lot of injuries. I don't see them making any changes there. No. Virginia, I don't really see that after tragedy what happened. Virginia Tech, I don't see much going on at Virginia Tech right now. Yeah, I think they believe that can get turned around still. So, there's some teams that are probably be another year or two before we see any changes at them. In the ACC, I think the ACC is pretty set, unless there's another assistant that's going to go take a job somewhere. But now we're talking about coaches, and I know this isn't the ACC, but have to bring this up because it's such a big story, and he is such a big story, and that is Deion Sanders becoming the head coach at Colorado. This man and everything he did for HBCU, I mean, for the first time ever, he got the SWAC a major TV deal. No one else has ever done that, and he did that in, 1 year? Like, I mean, this is a guy that can do unbelievable things given the time to do it. I mean, he's prime time for a reason. He brings the excitement wherever he goes. And now the rumors is he was going to bring a lot of players from Jackson State to Colorado. But the rumors are is that Travis Hunter is not going to follow him. So it would be interesting to see which players go with him, which ones stay. He's already starting to land some 5-star recruits at Colorado, which, I think that'd be a first for Colorado in a while if they start landing some 5-stars. But he also has the transfer portal. The transfer portal is loaded this year. There's no reason Deion couldn't possibly rebuild a team in the transfer portal. And he's the kind of guy that can do it. I mean, people want to play for this guy. It's just his leadership, his ability. I don't know if you watched him, the way he spoke to his players. I love the way he spoke to his players. But it wasn't just the way he spoke to the players. That's what everybody keeps talking about. I don't want to talk about everybody else talk about the way he talked to the players. That was impressive to me. But the most impressive thing to me is when he started talking about social media and talked to his social media guy who's in the room and how he looked at the players and he said, listen, my job is to make sure everybody knows who each and one of your names are. I'm going to make you the most popular thing I can on social media. And see, to me, that's an advantage too in recruiting, because there's a lot of coaches, their approach to social media over the last couple of years has been, let's manage this. Let's make sure that these people aren't doing the things that are going to get them in trouble. Let's make sure they're not breaking these rules, or let's make sure they're not doing this or doing that. And Dion, I like his approach. His team it's not just about that. His team is also about showing these kids how to use their advantage so they can become more popular and make more money.
Definitely. It's a pretty big hire. It's nice to see. I mean, he's not winning the Pac-12 anytime soon, but he could definitely make a splash if he can get some guys coming from the transfer portal. And let's not forget, Colorado used to be a good team. That used to be a pretty good job to have. There's some money in that program. You might not see it, but it's there. And so, I mean, he has something to build off of. I think that's probably why he chose that. Excuse me. But, who knows? Maybe one day we will be talking about him being an ACC coach. Maybe not at Florida State.
Yeah.
But, it could be there one day, or he could just stay out there at Colorado. We'll see what happens with that. But moving forward, we do have a lot of transfer floor. Yeah. Yeah. But we do have a bit of transfers coming through here. A couple of teams have some pretty good ones. You got a 4-star at Boston College. Kevin Pine is leaving. That could be huge for them, having such a highly rated tackle like that. Being lost there. You got Clemson, obviously DJ leaving. You got one of the linebackers, Bentley. It was a 4-star coming in. There's quite a few 4-stars, obviously, because it's Clemson. And they're going to have a bunch of 4-stars. It doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. Kind of expected DJ to go. And you look on, nothing really key for Florida State, some of the more obvious ones. Duke's losing one of their corners, Tony Davis, transferring out. You have, obviously, Devin Leary's coming, leaving NC State. North Carolina is actually Keyshawn Silver, defensive lineman, today announced that he'll be transferring out, which is huge. That's a 5-star defensive lineman, and you're losing him on a defense that's already struggling. And you're losing a 5-star corner in Tony Grimes. Storm Duck is leaving. So, unfortunately, we'll just have to talk about him being on a different team next year. Sorry for you, Steven. But, I mean, that's huge. There's a pretty decent-sized list for North Carolina, but that's two big 5-stars that probably could help them build that defense and make it a little bit better. Losing those. Florida State's losing Keyshawn Hilton, which a lot of people kind of noticed that with the growth that they've had at wide receiver, and a lot of those guys are coming back next year. So it'd be nice to see that. Miami, Darrell Jackson's gone, and he immediately committed to Florida State after doing that. They're losing a 4-star wide receiver in Brinson. Jalen Knighton's leaving as well. He's transferring out. So there's a pretty good sized list. Like I said, a lot of players jumped into the transfer portal. Jeff Sims from Georgia Tech's leaving, which I don't know exactly how to take that. I would like to see him get into an offense that helps him out a little bit more. And I think Georgia Tech has a decent future with some of the quarterbacks they got. Slovis is leaving Pittsburgh. I'm pretty sure I could hear the fans cheering from here. But, not really much else in the transfer portal as far as I can see. Unless there's...
for the most part, all the news is coming out of Miami right now, which is expected. Brand new coach. Cristobal has put a lot on the former players. So this is a situation where they're going to have a high retention. They're going to have high turnover. And they're really just focusing on their recruiting class itself. They're expanding their class. I mean, every time they get somebody to leave and there's a transfer portal, they frees up another scholarship, because if you forget, new rule now, you can go past those 25 scholarships now in a recruiting year, because as long as you don't go over your 85-man roster, you can fill up every position you need in recruiting. So that's going to change the landscaping of recruiting and how it works. But it also, I think, puts a little more value back to the transfer portal. I feel like now you're starting to see college football become a little more NFL-like. What you're ending up with is you're going to end up with the transfer portal is free agency. Let's just face it. It's a never-ending free agency. So it is an ever-growing pool of players, and many of them very talented. It's something that we're going to work on in the off season. I'm going to be working on a system that's going to help us go back and look at past transfer portals. We're going to look at different years of transfer portal, and I'm going to go over how successful each team is. I'm going to have different. I've already come up with some different stats and things I'm going to pull off of that, and so there'll be some numbers for a change to go over and pull out and throw off when it comes to transfer portal, instead of just going by ratings that right now. I love 247 and I love some of these sites, but they don't know how to address the transfer portal. They don't know how to evaluate these guys again. And to me, the best way to do it is after the fact. Go back and evaluate how they contributed to their team that they went to. Did they start? Did they play? And I guarantee you, and not just because I'm an FSU fan, but I guarantee you, when it comes down to all the other teams, FSU probably hands down has the most players that have been the most productive in the transfer portal. And it's going to come down to finding those, but I want to find more than Norvell and FSU. I want to find the other ones to find out who these coaches are that are winning, because the coaches that are winning, these are the guys to look at as head coaches, because that means they're evaluating talent better than the other guys. And that's going to be the coaches that really make a difference in college football moving forward in the future, is because it's not going to be just about recruiting the big name players and getting that talent in. Now it's going to be about, okay, can you also evaluate talent in the transfer portal that can make you good now? They can win you a game now, just like free agency, just like the Cowboys trying to pick up Odell Beckham Jr. That's what college has turned into. You could have that kind of player out there, now you can pick them up.
Yeah, no, it definitely brings something new to the landscape. And that's why you're seeing teams make such huge, swing changes in one season, right? They're getting those transfers in, and they're making a huge difference. Now, I don't think every single team can do that. Sometimes you just don't have the power to. But, I mean, that's how you get a Florida State team that everyone thought, 7 wins is going to be hard for this team to get. Look at their schedule. Look at what they got. Look at how they've done. And you know what? Norvell's doubled his wins at Florida State in one season. Yeah. But it'll be pretty interesting looking forward at the transfer portal. And to be honest with you, that's the biggest thing that I'm looking at when it comes to Dabo. Dabo's made comments in the past that they grow it from within. They don't do transfer portal. And you're starting to wonder now, with other teams catching up to Clemson, maybe just recruiting isn't what you do as a coach anymore. And can Dabo adapt? If Dabo wants to be a coach remembered like Nick Saban, you got to learn to adapt with college football. And, like I said, there could be some regime changes coming in the ACC. And, I mean, if he doesn't change quickly and Clemson waits too long because of what he has done for that program, it could put them back down. To late 90s, early 2000s Clemson that was kind of just not really there. So we'll have to see. But transfers I think is playing a major role. And when you have even the bigger coaches going after transfers, it is something you're going to have to look at. And I can't wait to spend some time in the off season looking at these transfers, digging deeper into the teams. And, we still got bowls to go with. So that's going to be fantastic. And a little bit longer of an episode, but we got quite a bit covered. And we'll be back next week with a look at I forgot which bowl it was now. We talked about something today. Louisville, Cincinnati matchup. Fenway Bowl. In Boston over there.
I'll say we'll start with the first bowl, the Fenway Bowl. But that'll be the first episode we'll do is we'll go over that bowl and we'll talk about that for the week. And then we'll cover the next bowl for the next week. And then all the other bowl games for the ACC happen on the last week we got to cover. So we'll have the episodes coming out for each one of those. And so that way you guys will be able to enjoy our discussions about the matchups coming up. And that way, we can, and then we'll recap it when it's all said and done. And be looking also on our Twitter. You can follow me at sjollyacc. And we'll probably be trying to start a bowl pick'em, for some fun, and see how you do against the so-called experts. I mean,
oh yeah,
I know you could. I know you could probably beat this. I know you could probably beat the other guy, but
yeah, did you see my bowl pick record? I had one more than you, by the way, that I got right. So obviously I know something. Okay. Don't make me start combing my hair back and showing the bald spot. I'll get my own SEC network show, if you know what I'm saying. But
I went through a lot of bad years of FSU football, so it's led to this.
I know, man. It's not quite sharp enough yet, but eventually you'll be able to, be the symbol for the rebels in Star Wars. But yeah, please feel free to make sure, like you said, we're coming up with a lot of videos. We're going to be trying covering as many of these bowl games as possible. So the best way to know about that is to hit that subscribe button, crush that notification bell so you know when we put the videos out, and also give it a like for the algorithm because more people need to hear about it, okay? And you're prepared for the rest of the season and the off season where you're hungry and you just want some type of football something. We'll be there. We're the ACC guys. That's what we do. We got plenty to talk about, right? I mean, it's going to be a fantastic offseason. So please feel free to search all that. Check him out at sjollyacc. You can check me out at Whom the Four, just to throw you off a little bit. Or you can go to at the ACC guys, DAACC guys. I promise I didn't come up with that. That was not me. I didn't know. But yeah, you can check us out anywhere on Twitter, or you can come check out the stream anytime, Jawster2_3. Okay, I do say a lot of the weird things. You sit there and talk some football, no matter, you don't have to like games. You can just talk football with me. I'll be more than happy to tell you exactly how much I think your team sucks. And I do occasionally do tier listings, which usually ends up with Miami being on the bottom this year. So it's been really fantastic. It's my favorite content to do.
By tier listings, he means that he will have you in tears with the list that he's created.
Oh yeah. I got some sound bites, I'm telling you. But thank everybody for coming by, giving us a watch. And I'm Mike. That's Steve. This is the ACC guys. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.